Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Philip Diaz. As always, with me is one of the Knights of the Working Class, Brandon Whaley. Brother!
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. It's been a while. We haven't been here. In a while, but we finally got some time together to sit down and to do one of our favorite things, which is drink.
Cheers to that, sir. Cheers to that.
And because we need an excuse to drink, we thought we'd do a video and talk about something that's kind of in the consciousness of the pop culture realm right now. You may have heard about this, yes. Brandon. There's this little indie film. Small little flick. It's making a little bit of buzz.
Okay.
It's called Jurassic World.
I have not heard of this movie.
It's apparently it's very popular. We got to see it together.
We did.
We saw it. Not only did we see Jurassic World, we saw it in IMAX.
That is correct.
In 3D.
And it was mind-blowing.
It was, okay, so yeah, and that's the end of the video right there.
That was it.
It was mind-blowing. That's all right. So thank you for watching this. And so like quickie review.
Yes.
Not that this is a review per se. We're not going to give it a number, score, or anything like that. We just want to talk about a film that we love, both good and bad.
Yes.
Quickie review. If someone's watching this,
yes.
If
there's anybody out there,
yes. If there's anyone out there, do they watch this new iteration of the Jurassic Park franchise? This Jurassic World?
I think apparently. I mean,
should people be watching it?
Within 13 days, it's grossed $1 billion.
We should be saying, So we should say that this is the movie's been out for a couple of weeks already.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it,
2 weeks strong now.
2 weeks strong.
So.
That's a good. I like the phrasing of it.
13 days,
strong.
2 weeks strong.
Yeah.
So.
If you haven't seen it,
yes.
Would you tell someone to see it? Is it worth the?
I honestly,
is it worth the price of admission?
We paid like $12 or $13 for it for the IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
It was mind blowing. I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be silly not to see this in the theater.
I mean, okay, so that's the quickie review. First off, I'm inclined to completely agree with that assessment.
Yeah.
Damn fine movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Damn good movie. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just a joy to watch.
Yeah,
like it was one of the. Here's a little point that I'm going to bring out to you. And this has only happened to me a few times in my movie going experience. And if you know me, you know I love movies. I love going to the movie theater. I love the experience.
Yes.
I love that communal sense of sharing a property.
Yeah.
What happened when the credits rolled?
Everybody stood up and clapped.
People clapped. There was one guy who stood up, but to be fair, I think he really had to pee.
Well, yeah. I think he did like a curtsy or something.
He did.
Like, are you doing a curtsy, sir?
He doffed his hat, is what he did. So he may have been a time traveler. Uh-huh. But in all kidding aside, someone, like, we just started kind of like slow 80s clapping.
Yeah.
And it built into a cacophony of clapping. And this isn't a play. This isn't a one-man show. This isn't the vagina monologues where someone's there. It could have been, but there weren't people there to appreciate the clap. And I think that says something when people when they're physically. There was an emotional reaction.
I think the last time this franchise probably got a clap was Jurassic Park, the original.
The first one.
I don't think the second or third probably got a clap.
I think it says something when you're clapping for a movie, and like when you're clapping for something, like there's no one there.
Yeah,
you know? There's no one there to appreciate your appreciation of their work.
It's true.
You get up and you walk out. You steal your 3D glasses, even though you're never going to use them.
Yeah.
And then you wait for the next film. But there was this reaction, and I didn't start the clap. I'm not taking credit for that, but I definitely joined in and appreciated it. I thought it was a special moment, and that's, people, I hear this all the time. Movies are dying, movies are dead, everyone's got a big TV in their house, everyone's got a surround sound, movies are dead. Mm-hmm. No, they're not.
They're really not.
There's something that,
especially for summer blockbusters, they're not dead.
You and I specifically, I think that's something that we try to do. There's something to be said about watching the blockbusters.
That is when we like to go to the theater.
Yeah,
We don't go for comedies very often.
I don't. I wish I said
very often.
No.
We want the mega blockbuster films blowing things up and being there.
And this movie had it.
It had
this
a lot.
movie had the explosions.
I agree.
It had the visual gravitas that you want from a movie. I guess what I want to do is, and we'll try to be spoiler free, but like I said, this is already a little late in the cycle, so if you haven't seen it now, I apologize. We may leak some stuff. They all die at the end. The overall premise.
There is a giant shark that wins.
There is a giant shark. There is no tornado.
Yeah, no tornado.
No tornado, but there is a giant shark.
San Andreas does not,
Yeah, no, you know what this movie lacked? Sam Jackson.
Yes.
Because apparently all movies have to have Sam Jackson, which this one didn't have, but still held up. The overall premise of the movie, without giving away the story, it's been they've got it right. Okay, so if you remember the first Jurassic Park, it was the opening day, they were having problems. This is the park 10 years in.
20 years.
20 years in.
20 years in.
20 years in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 20 years.
So the park is a rolling machine. It is Six Flags.
It's been 20 years since the last park was shut down that never started.
Yeah, the park that was.
The park that failed.
Never was.
Yeah, the park that failed. So,
but when we open to this film, the park is working. People are coming in.
It's working.
It's had many.
But they're losing money. But they're losing money.
Yes, but they're losing money because it's been gone. Now
for a while.
The joke is getting old.
Yeah. That's exactly
people.
Right.
This movie opens up to a society that thinks dinosaurs are passé.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, dinosaurs, that's old. All right, to me, that was a hard thing for me to swallow. Yeah. But once again, I don't live in a universe where dinosaurs exist.
Or do we?
This movie
that we know.
This movie, that's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
So the movie starts off with a park that's starting to. Attendance is starting to decrease, and they want to up the wow factor.
Yes.
As Chris Pratt says so perfectly in the movie, dinosaurs wow enough. Mm-hmm. But
so you went and built a dinosaur.
So what
that
they
was
do?
The exact words.
Yes. So they genetically engineer. They create a dinosaur unique to this park, hoping that will increase attendance. It will increase the park's revenue. Yeah. Ultimately, it comes down to it's big, not Big Brother, but it's the corporate machine that this has come to.
It's like Chili's and Applebee's.
Exactly. It's how do we get
how
you?
How do we bring you in? What do we have to do?
Yeah. So they couldn't pour cheese on the dinosaurs.
2 for $40 now? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly. So they're trying to up that factor.
Yeah.
And so they created a genetically altered dinosaur. Mm-hmm. And as you would imagine, that doesn't go well.
Yeah.
And mayhem ensues, which is kind of the overall theme of all the Jurassic Park films.
So, yeah. I mean, it's terror.
It's like, hey, let's do this idea.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
And this is just another iteration of that. Now, when I say that almost has a negative connotation.
But it's not.
Because this is a fun movie.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
If you want to feel like you're running from actual dinosaurs, I highly recommend seeing it IMAX 3D. No matter what you do, see this in 3D.
That's not a bad place to start. Yeah. Before we pick the movie apart, and we're gonna both praise it and talk about some of the negatives. Let's talk about the 3D experience. Let's talk about the IMAX experience. What stood out about just the seating?
The first thing for me was the sound.
I couldn't agree more.
I mean, it's kind of like you're sitting in the theater and that first rumble comes in from the first dinosaur. That's what pulls you in, And I think the sound was a very important factor in this film. Where sound is usually the last thing in a film that's important. In this film, sound was very important. And to be honest with you, if without having good sound, good seating, good lighting, good 3D, it may not have done as well. But I thought it was beautiful. I mean, I actually the entire time it was like a nail biter. I'm sitting at the end.
Oh man, I'm like, I couldn't agree more.
I'm like, oh my god, this is going down. I've got dinosaurs all around me. It was awesome. So.
I try not to be a proponent of the cliche.
I agree.
But cliches exist for a reason. And I really kind of was on the edge of my seat.
The entire time.
There was the pacing. Do you remember how long the movie was?
2 hours and 14 minutes.
Okay, so not overly long. Yeah. This wasn't a Lord of the Rings kind of affair where it was, just went on and went on and on. This was not the case.
No.
Okay, so first off, the audio, the sound, which is kind of a weird place to start, but god damn.
Well, whenever they do it, also it's a creation of many animals together to make one dinosaur sound.
If you've ever watched kind of the behind the scenes of the original of the the T-Rex was like a lion with a lawnmower and a ferret.
Yeah.
They put a bunch. I may be wrong.
It was like a walrus.
Yeah, walrus farting. That is awesome. That is great. I was like, how do they get this? This is a walrus fart.
There's a walrus.
So it's a hodge. I mean, but. You believe it. You immediately when you hear and I don't know. It's all. I almost want to watch this in a lesser theater to see if it has the same.
I don't think it'll have the same appeal or the same effect.
The audio. I mean, when the dinosaurs and the raptors are there because I think the raptors are kind of synonymous with Jurassic Park. But the T-Rex is there, and there were some really. I don't want to call them cameos.
Nah.
But there were dinosaurs that you didn't see in the first ones.
Well, the T-Rex was he was the king of all the movies.
Well, he's the Thunder Lizard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he's a badass.
But he didn't really have that role in this one.
No. Because
man created a new species.
Because as we've said earlier, we created a new species. Yeah. But as far as the audio goes, when you hear their noises, when you hear the pterodactyls, when you hear
there might have been a part where a little bit of pee came out.
There was.
I'm not kidding.
Just a little.
Listen,
your bladder control is stronger. Your bladder control is stronger than mine. So the audio was amazing.
It was amazing, yeah.
The 3D.
The CGI?
The 3D experience. 3D? Like the glasses.
I felt that it was good in certain, parts.
Okay.
But not, the entire movie didn't have that 3D realm. But, here's the thing also. I don't know if I was some movies where you're just kind of looking for it, you're paying attention to it.
Okay.
I think I was lost in this movie where I forgot about it. Okay. If that makes sense. So I was so immersed in what was going on.
What was the movie we saw before this?
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy we saw in 3D.
We did. That was brilliant.
That was brilliant.
But what was the movie we most recently saw? Was it Guardians?
No, it was something after that. I don't know.
It was the first movie to come out this year. We saw it together. It was in the same theater.
Avengers.
Avengers.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can't compare these movies.
No.
And I'm not going to. I do agree with you. I think with what I think you're trying to say was that at some point the 3D aspect of the film kind of washes over you, and it just looks normal.
Yeah, it did.
But I will say this, and to me, I think this is a credit to the film. There's a point where something explodes or something happens and it comes at you, and I dodged.
Oh yeah.
I did that kind of I did that thing where it was a knee-jerk reaction.
See, I almost feel like I need to see the film again because I don't know if I was so immersed in what was going on that I lost track of what was 3D and what was actually happening, or if there just was a lack of 3D in the film. You know what I mean? Avengers. Avengers, there was a lot of 3D going on.
Yeah.
But I felt like in Jurassic World,
it wasn't as pervasive.
It wasn't. No,
I agree.
No.
I agree. But now, having said that, when there's a point in the movie where you do that, that's cool. You know what I mean? You've caused me to have a reaction on a subconscious level.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah.
So that kind of speaks to the overall.
What'd you think of Chris Pratt?
Okay, so let's talk about Chris Pratt. Listen, Chris Pratt, probably my man crush. I'm not, I got no problem saying that. That dude, funny as shit.
Yeah.
Here's, I guess, the one thing I want to say about Chris Pratt was that I'm glad he was not Star-Lord.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
He played a totally different character, which was nice to see.
He did. I think there were a lot of nods to other great stars.
Yeah.
Like he had a little, like this, in this character in particular, there was a little bit of John Wayne in there.
Oh, yeah.
I think there was a little bit of Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
He was still funny. He was still light. Like he's never going to be like the Death Wish kind. He's never going to be that guy, and to be honest, I don't need him or want him to be.
Well, you know,
but he wasn't the guy from The Office, and he wasn't as comically inclined as Star-Lord.
No, he wasn't. Yeah.
So he, you know, I started to believe that character. So I gotta say I liked him.
Rumor has it is that the reason he was chosen for this film was to be Indiana Jones, the next Indiana Jones. So
it stands to reason.
I think he played a great Indy. I really do.
I can see. I think he's got the look.
Yeah.
I think Shia LaBeouf is out of the picture.
Oh, so God, I hope so.
That guy's gone. That's all. Once again, that's another episode.
Yeah.
So we liked Chris Pratt, the love interest, the female lead in the film. Do you know the actress's name?
Yeah, it's Bryce Howard.
Okay, Bryce Howard. If you don't know this, she is the daughter of the guy who owns Howard Johnson's, which is a fan. No, that's not right. Who is she? She's the
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. Ron. So she's not a motel.
No.
Motel.
Happy
heiress.
Days.
Okay. Ron Howard, or as I call him, Opie Cunningham.
Yes.
Both from Opie from that show, and then Cunningham from Happy Days.
And then Apollo 13 and everything.
Okay, yeah. I hear he may have directed a few films after he was a child star.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm in jest. He's one of my favorite.
And he also owns a great, hotel franchise.
Yes, Howard Johnson's. It's great. I hear they make sausages. They're fantastic. Okay, so here's I got to give it up to her. It would have been very easy for her to be in a series of films that he either starred in or directed.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith, excuse me.
Yeah.
But she decided I don't like that dude. But she decided to kind of go her own way, and you told me, and I had seen this film, but I didn't make the connection. She was originally in
The Village.
The Village, which was kind of Shyamalan.
M. Night. Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I just say M. Night now.
M. Night. It's just easier. It's just M. Night.
Yeah.
M. Night. He was in that guy. If you don't know who M. Night is, he made a really good movie, and then he made a bunch of really corny ass movies.
His new show's not bad though. Wayward Pines. It's actually pretty good.
I haven't seen it, so I don't want to talk. Good. You know what? I'm glad he's finding a medium.
Yeah, TV works.
Hey, God bless.
You can change your story every episode.
What were your thoughts on her performance? As an actress,
it wasn't a Shakespearean performance by any means, or it wasn't like a
To be fair,
it was like an Old Navy commercial. I think that's what her acting style was.
She was an Old Navy. To be fair, I feel like the movie didn't lend itself well. Like she's a beautiful woman, and she is a talented actress. That's not what I'm saying. She's there. Her character was maybe a little too, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but kind of in that vein. She's overworked.
Yeah.
She's all about the job, and then when shit hits the fan, she's the screamer.
Yeah.
She needs a man to save her. And as much as that's just not really my thing. And I'm not kidding, I really do like strong female leads. Mm-hmm. She gets a few moments. There's a few moments there where she gets to kick ass and stuff like that, which I really appreciated. But for the most part, she is the come save me.
There was a few times through the film where I actually was hoping she was going to be eaten.
Really?
Just a couple times. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's very attractive, she's very nice to look at. But her acting in this film, which I know she's a very strong actress, I've seen her in other things.
She's got the chops.
But the way she chose to go this route for the film, I was kind of hoping like a T-Rex would just come down and chomp down.
Okay.
So I mean,
so although we like her,
they say redhead's a delicacy anyway. So I mean, just putting that out there.
Listen, as someone who's got to taste that once or twice, I couldn't. I may. This episode's now PG-17.
Yeah, it's getting there.
But overall, we didn't necessarily care for her performance. Okay, what about the boys? There's always a childlike innocence to these films, and
the kids,
yeah, and I think for a story device, their job is to. We see this park through their eyes. There's a young kid. He's got an older brother. He doesn't want to be there, but he's forced to keep an eye on his younger brother.
Yeah.
They're related to Ron Howard's kid, her character.
Yeah. She's the aunt.
Yeah, she's the aunt who doesn't have time for them, but then ultimately appreciates the value of family when a genetically engineered dinosaur kills them.
I think it's important.
Which is how you learn about family.
I think it's important to have kids in this film, and
I agree. I completely agree. That was
everybody likes dinosaurs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Everybody likes dinosaurs, and that's the reason to have them as the kind of like the main character, sort of.
They to me they provide. They're us, They are the audience. They still, especially the younger boy, he has this kind of awe and wonder. And if you look at all the movies, there's always that child.
There's a kid.
There's a kid because dinosaurs, I think, fundamentally give us that sense of awe and wonder that can only be visually interpreted through a child's eyes. They make us that kid when we watch that movie. And I'm starting to chop on the film a little bit, but let me be clear. This was one of the best movie-going experiences that I've had in a long time. There are movies that I love. There are movies that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I like them. But this was an experience. I laughed.
This is not to paraphrase from what we saw just a few minutes ago on something we were watching online.
Yeah.
But Jurassic Park kind of is the Star Wars of our generation now.
You stole that quote.
I did, completely. But
not
really our. We are Star Wars generation, but the new generation, this is their Star Wars. So.
If you think about it, Star Wars came out in the 70s and the 80s.
That's what I'm saying. This is the new generation.
Yeah, but when you look at the franchise as a whole, when did you say the first one came out?
93.
93 is when the first one came out. It's 2015.
Yeah.
That's a long time for a franchise to still be working.
But they're taking their time with it. It's not.
This isn't Fast and Furious.
Build dinosaurs.
This isn't Fast and Furious.
They're actually creating good storyline, I think. For the most part. It's got a few rough edges.
Overall, what was there something you didn't like about the movie? Was there something where you were it took me out of it. I can't do this.
No, nothing really took me out of the film. The only thing that I didn't like really was Bryce Howard's acting in it. That was the only thing. That was the only thing. Everything else I really enjoyed.
I think she fell a little flat.
It was very flat.
I can't disagree with you on that. But once again,
I think Laura Dern.
Yeah, okay, and who's Laura Dern?
The original woman.
Oh my God, I loved her. She was
no Laura Dern, so she was great.
But once again, if you think about it, her character was a scientist. She was a geologist. Yeah. She was a tough chick.
Yeah.
This character was.
And that's what I'm saying. She was like a salesman.
Yeah. She was.
That's what it boiled down to.
You kind of inadvertently dislike her character.
I guess I hate corporate America.
Well, yeah. I think a lot of us do, and so when you look at it through that prism. You're right. She's almost in the beginning part of the film. She's designed to be disliked.
Yeah.
Her behavior towards her family, her behavior towards, she's a corporate sycophant, and she's just trying to get the job done.
Her acting was like it was like.
I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't her that I disliked, but maybe it was her character.
No, it could be.
But overall, to put it in, to finite it, to put it in synopsis. It was a good film.
Oh, yeah.
We both liked it.
Yes.
Okay, here's the question that I want to pose to you, and this is what we're going to end on.
Okay.
Greatest Jurassic Park film in franchise?
Oh, that's a tough question, man.
We didn't listen. We're running long on time.
No, time is fine.
Can we run a little longer?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, absolutely.
I want to talk about the CGI versus. I guess we'll run to 30
animatronics.
Yes, I want to.
Okay, so going back and watching the original Jurassic Park,
we both did that. I saw that. I had to rewatch.
I love the CGI now versus the CGI then. But I love the animatronics then versus the CGI now.
I thought the animatronics, and I'm assuming, I don't know for a fact, but when they did the close-up shots and when they were touching dinosaurs and that stuff, that had to be animatronics.
I'm sure.
And if it wasn't, holy shit, has CGI gotten better?
Yeah.
Because you could see a sheen, they were sweating, or there was it was engrossing.
Did you know that in the original Jurassic Park movie, so when the T-Rex comes through the glass and the kids are holding the glass, the famous scene, that actually was never supposed to happen. The animatronics malfunctioned and went through the glass, and
they just went with it.
They went with it and caught the scene.
Oh my God.
That's unbelievable. That's movie making.
Yeah. or a potential lawsuit. Some kid actor with one arm.
That was never supposed to happen in the film, and they were shooting at the time. T-Rex came down, malfunctioned, went through the glass.
That is a piece of movie trivia that I didn't know that I'm glad I do now.
Well, I mean, Jaws malfunctioned a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we could go forever about Bruce the shark,
animatronic. All the time.
Short. Not to go too far off topic. The shark in Jaws, its name was Bruce. Mm-hmm. It never fucking worked.
No.
But that's what ended up making that movie so great.
Oh yeah.
It was the lack of it's not
the workarounds.
Yeah, the way he worked around it, and the way the absence of the shark made you more scared. It was this thing below the water, and not seeing it made it scary.
The drama.
Yeah, the suspense. It was very Hitchcock.
It was very much so.
And once again, Steven Spielberg is a great director. He did not direct this. Who directed this?
It's I can't think of his name.
Damn it.
Trevano or something like Terry Trevano or something like that.
I'm going to choose
Spielberg chose him. He picked him to be specific for the film. So I don't know if he's going to be greenlit for the second one or if they'll have somebody else. I kind of hope he is going to be the director for the next one.
I thought he was a great fit.
Yeah.
Ultimately, here's my takeaway. CGI was fantastic. The animatronics, the what I'm calling practical effects were, I thought, brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Like they were tactile. Like you felt like you could touch them. I liked the ending. I overall, like I said, this was the most fun I've had in the movies in a long time. Yeah. There were some points that I wanted to kind of be like, not to shit on, but I wanted to, okay, so his character was a little one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt was a bit of a badass, but it was just...
He wasn't Star-Lord.
Well, no, which I like.
You know what I mean?
But I thought there were a couple of one-liners there where I was like, you know what I mean? They were a little corny, a little cheesy, but he was able to pull them off. Any gripes? Any last points that you want to discuss?
The only thing, and I say this,
is there a hitch in your giddy-up?
I love the film all the way from beginning to end.
As did I.
There's little things that I could gripe about, but anybody can do that. I wanted one small Easter egg at the end. I don't know why. For some reason, I wanted to sit at the end of the film, and I wanted the credits to roll, and I wanted there to be something.
To be clear, what you wanted was a Marvel's...
I did. I truly did. I wanted that. I wanted there to be... I don't know, maybe an Ian Malcolm appearance or something like that.
That would have been
dope. Weird.
That would have been dope.
And I truly think we might actually see some of them in the next film.
I think so.
I think it's coming.
Here's why.
They'd be silly not.
First of all, we didn't even. Okay, so real quick, money wise, what's the big story today about this movie?
So the movie's been running since 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. It's made over $1 billion.
Not only has it made $1 billion, it is the fastest
growing film to hit $1 billion.
And
that's a lot. That's a lot of coin.
That's a lot of
for a movie that costs $193 million.
It's a lot of dinosaur semen. Is what we're saying. That is a lot of.
It's a lot of cleaning up to do after a movie. That's all I got to say.
How much was Avengers to make? It was right 2 and change.
It was 227. I think.
227. So let's call it 230.
Yeah, 230.
Let's call it $230 million.
Yeah.
By comparison, this was only
it was like
190. 190, which I mean, these are all astronomical, astronomical numbers.
Yeah.
But by comparison to a lot of the more modern films,
Avengers hasn't even hit $1 billion yet.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it may have by now.
Well, maybe. That's possible.
This movie has made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And it's made it very quickly.
Yeah.
So there's a safe bet we're going to see a sequel.
No, we know there's.
We know there's.
It's already been greenlit, and Chris Pratt's already been signed on for it. So that's not going to change.
No.
We just don't know what the story's going to be.
It's a go.
It's a go.
It's a go. So in conclusion, I don't want to give it a number, but did you like it? Did you love it?
Let's do the 1 to 10. I like that.
All right. You want to do a 1 to 10?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm gonna say in. damn it, I'm going to say an 8.5.
Okay.
I'm going to say an 8.5 just because there were a few moments in the acting where I thought were a little corny, a little fan servicey.
But every Jurassic Park had that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. My final thought will be that, and this speaks to the franchise as a total. This is probably you don't want to. I don't want to oversell the movie.
No.
But this is the most. This is probably my favorite Jurassic Park film.
I completely agree.
I don't think this is the greatest Jurassic Park film. I think if you were to...
The wow factor, the fun factor, though, is what you had.
Oh, yeah. I thought we had a great time watching it. This very rarely would I see a movie twice in the theater.
And you want to see it again.
This might be one of those films that, like, if my friend hadn't seen it, I would go watch it again.
I think I actually saw the original Jurassic Park twice in the theater.
I did too.
And I think I kind of want to see this twice.
The experience and all was a really good one. I'm fairly certain this did not help you decide if you're not going to watch this or not. This was just two guys.
You've probably already seen it.
You've probably already seen it. Some things you agree with, some things you don't. I want to thank you for watching. Dinosaurs are awesome.